Hey guys, Grady's mom here. It's like 8 o'clock at night right now and I just had the weirdest urge to film a video. So I wanted to talk about meal planning. Now this week I did get some things at Target grocery wise, but not really that many, and I'm going to talk about that in a minute. But I wanted to show you guys, I got this big spiral ham. It's a very large ham. Now my husband is not a huge ham fan, especially when it's on its own just like this. When it's mixed into things, he's more okay with it. But I'm going to be getting 3 different meals out of this ham, which I'll touch on in a minute. So this is one of the main things I'm going to use this week for dinners and meals and stuff like that. And then I also got this huge bag of broccoli. It's only on a bag because it's thawing out. It's probably like a 3-pound bag of broccoli that was just kind of shocked and frozen. So those 2 things are going to be a big part of my meal plan this week. And I also went through my freezer to see what I had as far as meat. So I have some ground beef here. It's a little bit over a pound. And then I also have some ground turkey from Trader Joe's that I have to use up as well. And then what I did was, oops, let me grab my meal board here. So what I did was I grabbed, first I looked in my fridge and my freezers, and then I started writing up my meal plan for the upcoming week. Now, for one, there's not going to be a grocery haul this week because what keeps happening, which I know happens to all of us, is I make a meal plan and with the intent to stick to it, and then I end up making something completely different that's not on the meal plan, and then I end up going to the grocery store to buy those ingredients, and then things just end up sitting in my freezer or my fridge or something, and it just ends up compiling. And then I end up having like a couple weeks where I'm trying to do a clean out and use the things that I've had. I just kind of want to break that routine. And I want to challenge myself to use and stick to my actual meal plan more. Not 100%, but I don't want to get too far off track because like I said, what keeps happening is I end up having a meal plan and making something else, and then, you know, meat just sits in the freezer. So again, I'm trying to break that habit and going to challenge myself for the upcoming week. So for the upcoming week, tomorrow, Sunday, I'm going to make the spiral ham just the way that it is, like in a ham, you know, like a ham dinner. And I actually had some ham last week. It wasn't a spiral ham. It was just a regular smoked ham, and I really liked it. I actually like spiral ham better. So tomorrow I'm going to do spiral ham. I'm going to do some sweet potatoes. I'm going to do some broccoli. I don't know how I'm going to do the broccoli yet, but some form I'm going to make the broccoli with the ham and the potatoes. Now I'm definitely going to have quite a bit of spiral ham left. So with the leftover ham, another meal that I'm going to make this week is a corn chowder, which I've done a cooking video on a very long time ago. It's a crock pot corn chowder and it has ham and potatoes. It's kind of hard to see, but that says ham. It's hard to write with this marker. So I'm going to use the leftover ham in the corn chowder, and it also has shredded potatoes in it as well. And then I'll still have ham left over after this and this. I'll probably end up freezing that portion only because I don't want to have ham 3 times this week, especially since my husband's not a huge fan. Regardless, though, I will get 3 dinners out of that actual ham. So I'll get one here, and then I'll freeze another portion, which I can make a quiche or something with. So 3 meals out of that 1 ham. Another night I'm going to do Korean beef because I have that ground beef. I don't want it to just let it keep sitting in my freezer. So I'm going to make my Korean beef over some steamed rice, and then I'll do some kind of veggie. I also did a cooking video on the Korean beef dish. It is a little bit spicy, but if you did want to check that out, it's in my cooking playlist. Another night I'm going to do turkey meatballs with the ground turkey that I have in my freezer that's been sitting in there for almost a month now. So I'm going to make the ground turkey into meatballs just a traditional way. I'm going to let it slow cook in some marinara, and then I'll boil up some pasta, and it'll just be like a pasta with meatballs dinner. One night we're going to have breakfast for dinner because I have some breakfast sausages I need to use up that I'm just sick of looking at. So that's mainly my goal, to make breakfast for dinner because I want to get rid of the sausages. And then another night I'm going to make my homemade mac and cheese, and I'm going to do bacon. I have some bacon in my freezer in the garage that I'm going to bake up and chop up and throw it in the mac and cheese. And then I'll probably throw some broccoli in there as well, just because I have so much of the broccoli. Saturday, we may or may not go out with friends. I'm not really 100% sure yet. If we don't go out with friends, I will most certainly have leftovers because this makes a lot, the mac and cheese, and this makes a good amount, and this makes a good amount. So I will definitely have food for leftovers if we don't go out with friends. Now, I want to hold myself accountable. So what I'm going to do this week, starting tomorrow, which is Sunday, I'm filming this video Saturday evening. It's actually after 8 p.m., is I'm going to film a what's for dinner video this coming week. So my traditional, this is what we're having for dinner. I also, along with that, I want to film some clips each night, whether it's 1 clip, 2 clips, 3 clips of my dinner preparation. So it won't be cooking videos, it'll just be clips, 30-second clips, 1-minute clips, something like that, showing, sort of basic preparation or, getting the dinner preparation or making the dinner for each of these meals, obviously, except for leftovers because they're already going to be made. So that is one way I want to hold myself accountable so I actually stick to this meal plan. So next week, there will be, probably next weekend, there will be a what is for dinner video going up with this meal plan. That is my goal. And along with the what's for dinner video, there will be clips from each night. Like I said, it could be 1 clip, 2 clips. There will be brief clips each night, except for the leftover night because it's leftovers, showing a little bit of prep for that meal. So this is just a little kind of challenge I want to give myself to hold myself accountable to stick to my meal plan, because I feel like if I start sticking to my meal plan more, it will allow me to constantly be rotating the meat in the freezer, certain things in my pantry, and vegetables and things like that. And I think it'll just keep me more organized because, to be honest, it gets tiring going out in the middle of the week a couple times to pick up this or that and getting so far off track that it just becomes chaotic. So I don't stick to every day. Like, for example, tomorrow, Sunday, I probably will be making this. But then every other night, like, for example, Monday, I might not necessarily make corn chowder. Tuesday, I might not make the beef. But I want to make all of these things on this list next week, just in no particular order, most likely except for this. So I know this video was super random, but I just wanted to show you guys kind of my thoughts out loud as far as meal planning goes. I hope you guys found it helpful if you're in the same rut as I am with planning out meals and then not always sticking to it. So I hope you guys all had a great weekend, and I will see you very soon in my next video. Bye, guys.